This type of self-improvement is making your progress look like this, but I have a formula that's gonna make it look more like this. Imagine there is two guys who just started going to the gym. The first guy starts working extremely hard and gets some amazing newbie gains, but eventually that becomes just another habit to him. He's not grunting the same anymore, he's not sweating as much. In fact, he has been benching the same amount for the past 2 weeks, not even going close to failure. Meanwhile, the second guy, who didn't start as hard, has been working harder and progressively overloading. It's been months and now he's still grunting the same way he did when he just started doing the gym. The second guy, who at first wasn't as big, is now a monster compared to the first guy. And this is common sense, right? We all know how the gym works, you need to progressively overload, but why then are you not applying the same logic to self-improvement? There was a point in my journey where I felt like I had the imposter syndrome. I felt like I was not doing the real self-improvement in the way that other people did. Yeah, I was doing the entire checklist, journaling, meditating, hitting the gym, all of that good stuff, but I had fallen into a very dangerous trap. Chapter 1. The bedroom self-improvement. You have been doing great work for the past few months and you have started noticing amazing results, and that's when the trap starts. See, just as that 10 kg dumbbell isn't heavy enough for you anymore, the habits that once required a lot of discipline are now kind of easy, effortless. The difference is you eventually moved on to 12 kg and 16 kg and 20 kg, but you're still doing those same easy habits that you used to do at the beginning of self-improvement. Why is that? What happened was that once upon a time you decided to leave your comfort zone, which is amazing, but eventually your comfort zone followed you. It didn't just stay where it was. Let's say that there is a fire in your room. A bit of a dark analogy, but bear with me. The smell of smoke wakes you up and you immediately run into the other room that isn't on fire. Okay, good, you're safe now. You can go back to sleep. No, the fire is still there, the fire is still gonna catch up with you. The same goes for your comfort zone. You can't just get out of it once and then stay there and think that you're good. Because the comfort zone is gonna adapt to where you are, it's gonna grow with you. And that's great in one hand because you can now do things that you were not comfortable with before. But you are still inside of it. And as long as you're still inside of your comfort zone, there is no real progress being made. Instead, you're just enjoying the fruits of what your past self did for you. Chapter 2. Your standpoint. Let's do an actionable step real quick. Think about your day yesterday. Think about all the habits that you did and all the challenges that you overcame. From a scale from 1 to 10, tell me how much effort did it take to get through the day successfully? And if yesterday wasn't that successful, then think about the last day that was. 10 would be like no time to blink, just hard work from morning to wake up, just stress, just work. So 10 in this case wouldn't be that good, it would be too much. And 1 would be one of those days when you're just, doing nothing. You're just in your bed, laying down, relaxing, fapping, playing video games and watching YouTube all day long, which is obviously not a good thing either. So give me a number. Where do you think you are? Just be honest here. Before I tell you anything, keep in mind that this is very relative, something that you might consider an 11 out of 10 impossible burnout. Some millionaire will consider maybe a 4 out of 10. So I think in what your capabilities are, you should stay in somewhere around 8 out of 10, which is not easy, but it shouldn't be. And when you do that, you will start progressively overloading and you'll eventually get to where that millionaire is. However, how do you actually get to 8 every single day? Chapter 3. Challenge. Now, when I was in that stage of getting complacent, there were certain habits in the back of my mind that I was trying my best not to think about because just the thought of doing them have made me especially uncomfortable. And I will tell you exactly what they are. It was cold approaching, was joining a boxing gym, and for a long time I was starting this YouTube channel. So your actionable step right now would be to acknowledge that one thing that is in the back of your mind that you don't want to do because it's making you really uncomfortable. Don't have to do it right now, but just acknowledge it. Now your next task would be to figure out the smallest possible step that you can take towards that goal. So if it was joining a boxing gym, you would search on Google for boxing gyms near you. If it was cold approaching, you literally need to put on your shoes, because in most cases you need to wear shoes to cold approach. And then look for what is next and next and next, and before you know it, you're in front of that girl and it was never even that hard. Now keep on doing things like this. Do at least one thing every single day that you consider to be genuinely difficult. Now you don't have to cold approach a girl every single day or join a new boxing gym every single day, but just do things that you consider to be difficult. If you do this, something will happen. Chapter 4. growth zone. Here is a statement that can define this entire video in one sentence. Stay consistent in progressively overloading your comfort zone. And that is exactly how you get into what I call the growth zone. This is a place where you're at a stage of maximum growth because you're constantly taking action that is uncomfortable and difficult to do, that is placing you just outside of your comfort zone constantly. Imagine it almost like a surfer on a wave. The wave is the comfort zone and he's surfing on top of it. The wave's just going further and he's just riding it. Just ride your comfort zone. And you're gonna need discipline for this. But you know, good. You're a man. Get disciplined. And this process of living like this shouldn't ever really end. You might feel discouraged or overwhelmed by this, but if you have the right mentality, you should be excited about this. Imagine where you would be in 10 years if you keep progressively overloading your comfort zone. A great relationship with God, financial success, physical success, a loving wife whose relationship with you will never get dull because you're just gonna keep on getting better and better and better. Now imagine where you could be in 10 years if you don't do this. Proverbs 1:32. For the faithfulness of the naive will kill them, and the complacency of the fools will destroy them. Getting complacent in your self-improvement and not progressively overloading your habits is gonna lead you to making no progress and never achieving your goals. So stay consistent in progressively overloading your comfort zone. If you're looking for some more tips to boost your self-improvement, here are the 5 habits that you need to stop doing right now. If you want to, you can just click here. If you don't want to, that's fine. Have a great day and God bless you.